This I wanna nail sports to the bone. Top blogger, top YouTube channel. No matter which sports, yeah, we got it covered. Subscribe and hit the notification bell.
What's up, my wonderful peeps? Sports to the bone here again, man. Shout out to all the viewers, subscribers, and the followers. Big up on yourself. Alright, my viewers, so I have two stories that I want to share with you guys. We see where former New Zealand player, now top commentator, Morrison, is quoted as saying, Pollard is one of the most overhyped and overrated player of this generation. So we're going to be taking a look at that. And we also see where Andre Russell, the Superman, he is planning to return to the BBL. That's a Big Bash League. So we're going to be reading those two articles and I will be giving you guys my opinion in between. Now, in terms of the Ashes is going on between England and Australia, right? So we have that to look at, but we're going to look at that in a next video later on. So before we go any further, let us just go ahead and get that golden rule out of the way. If you are new to the channel and you have not yet subscribed, please go right ahead and subscribe. Also, make sure you leave a like and drop a comment, my viewers and subscribers. All right, so we're going to kick things off with Morrison. I know Morrison is one of the favorites when it comes on to Caribbean people and their commentators, T20 commentators, but I feel that a lot of people not going to hear what he has to say about their player Pollard. Now, I am on the Sportsmax website and I am seeing here the title, Pollard overrated. Former New Zealand pacer believes West Indies skipper one of the most overhyped players of the current generation. All right. And the article starts off by saying, former New Zealand bowler turned commentator Morrison has named West Indies captain Pollard as one of the most overrated players of the current generation. The 35-year-old, typically one of the sport's most widely regarded players, having amassed an impressive 11,326 runs in 573 matches. The tally is surpassed only by compatriot Christopher Henry Gale, who is the top run scorer in the format. Now, in addition, the player who has spent 11 years at the Indian Premier League club Mumbai Indians has played for the franchise and played a key role in capturing 5 IPL titles recently. Right? Mumbai Director of Cricket Operations Zair Khan hailed the player's leadership and influence, also branding him as one of the strongest finishers in the game. Now, the West Indian was one of only 4 players retained, along with Rohit Sharma, Jasprit Bumrah, and Yadav, right, in the IPL there. Now, speaking with Sportskeeda in a recent question and answer style interview, the commentators singled out Pollard as a player he believed was overrated. In the same breath, Morrison listed Indian wicketkeeper batsman Ishan Kishan as one of the most underrated. Remember, Ishan Kishan is just coming through, So what do you guys think? I made sure to read it right through to the end so that, I didn't interrupt what was being said. So now that we have gotten to the end of it, what do you guys think about this? Is Pollard one of the most overhyped and the most overrated players of this generation? I would say when it comes on to international cricket, right? When it comes on to international cricket, we don't get that much from him at all. The other day, he had 6 sixes, yes. And he is known to play a couple of finishing role in a few games for West Indies. But in terms of international cricket, we haven't really gotten that much from Pollard, This is not me being ungrateful or don't talking the skipper. But even on the live, we said it the other day. When it comes on to franchise cricket, Pollard is right up there. And, generally speak, well, with all his numbers, you see that he would have amassed over 11,000 T20 runs. Only Chris Gale would have scored more than that. So you can say that the man would have scored a lot of runs, But if you're going to talk about international competitions, man. Pollard hasn't really done a lot for West Indies, you know, in comparison to what he would have done for franchise teams. You know, what he would have done for West Indies, you can probably compare it to what others would have done and say, well, he's right up there. But when you look at what he would have achieved at the franchise level, man, it's far from what you would have wanted to see him achieving for the national team. But Danny Morrison, one of Caribbean's most favored commentators, you know, is always at the CPL turning it up. You know, he's the same commentator that when you're listening to CPL, you will hear him talking about DJ. Yeah, the funny talking brother, man. Yeah, man. But I can just imagine that people that cannot call spade a spade, people that just like to go off emotions, they are going to hammer him down to the ground. They are going to say, what about the next player? What about such and such? What about such and such? Well, this is what I'm trying to bring my sports to the bone, people, to understand. When persons are pointing out something about a particular player, they are talking about that player specifically. So you don't want to just draw and say, well, what about such and such? What about such and such? Such and such player might be in the same bracket, yes, but they are talking about this player. Similarly to when we're having the debate and we're talking about Shea Hope not performing, they will say, what about this man? What about this man? This and this man might not be performing also, yes, or might not be as good as Shea Hope, but we are talking about this individual at the given moment. So, boy, Caribbean Pollard fans, take a look at his stats and see. I know they are going to draw for the next all-rounders and they're going to say, well, what about Andre Russell? What about Ravman Powell? Is it because they are from Jamaica why you're not saying, why you're not talking about them too? We're talking about Pollard at this given moment. Just as though I saw somebody, while we are talking about this, my viewers and subscribers, let me share something that I saw in the comment section of one of the videos. You know, that video that I did about Shea Hope, saying I don't know why he's on the test team and why he's on the T20 team going to Pakistan. See, somebody type and say, boy, you don't know nothing about cricket. You don't have a clue. You understand? And, you know, I was saying in that video that, you know, this team going to Pakistan will be a good watch. And apparently that person don't really understand sarcasm, and boy, they really give it to me in the comment section. But my viewers, all I can say to you guys, when you hear certain things and you know that I don't know anything about cricket, man, just hit the dislike button and move on to a different YouTuber. Because you know we tell people to like and share, you know, but if you think that we are just making up things and we don't have a clue about cricket, just hit the dislike button and move on, man. Alright, so the next thing that I want to talk about, my viewers and subscribers, is we also see an article here, and I think it's on the Sportsmax website, where they are talking about Andre Russell. Yeah, man, Andre Russell returning to the it's not actually Sportsmax, it's on cricket.com.au. So it says superstar Dre Russ to make shock BBL return. So they say injury plagued Melbourne Stars have pulled off a major signing, right? As they would have been able to secure Andre Russell, it seems. I'm just gonna read a couple of points that they have there. They say West Indies T20 superstar Andre Russell is set for a shock return to the KFC BBL with the Melbourne Stars in a major coup for the tournament. One of the planet's best white ball players, when fully fit, the 33-year-old Jamaican will join the Stars for a 5-game stint, beginning with their first home game of the BBL, right, when they host the Sydney Thunder at the MCG this Friday. All right, so by all accounts, it seems as if Andre Russell will be there, and you know they have a couple more things here that you can look out for, my viewers and subscribers. So, if all goes well, then Andre Russell is all set to be a part of the Big Bash League once again, right? So Andre Russell, you know, being very T20 minded and franchise minded, seems as if he's going to be turning out for the you know, in the BBL. So you can keep your eyes on that for all of the Dre Russ fans and see what he has to offer. We're going to leave this one right here for now, my viewers and subscribers. Sports to the bone, keeping you informed. Please remember to like, share, leave us a comment if you have not yet subscribed. please go right ahead and subscribe to the channel. I'm out.